Hey guys, this is Multiverse Nerds. I'm Russ.
And I'm Rob, and we're gearing up for a new game called Sentinel Tactics. Sentinel Tactics is from the same universe as Sentinels of the Multiverse, which was the card game. Creators came out with this new version, put it on Kickstarter, now we're super pumped.
I'm super excited to finally get a chance to see, if nothing else, just the miniatures for this game. If you check the Kickstarter page, these miniatures look amazing.
Yeah, they're great. I mean, granted, you don't have to have the miniatures. The game comes with pogs that you can use because the miniatures are an additional price from the main game, The Flame of Freedom. But the cool thing, I'm a HeroClix fan, and I loved Sentinels of the Multiverse, the card game. Now I get to kind of put them together and play it as Sentinels Tactics.
Yeah, this is almost like a perfect marriage for you.
Yes.
As far as games, coming together and, introducing, similar play styles and things like that. I'm really interested to see, because I know after watching the video, each hero gets, their own power cards and their own character card. And, and I'm wondering, maybe this is a good game for people who haven't played miniature games before to step in and try miniature games. Because I know Sentinels of the Multiverse is really easy to get into, and it's really simple. The base rules for the game of just Sentinels of the Multiverse is really well laid out, and it's very easy to get into. I'm interested to see if they can bring that into a miniature style game, which stereotypically are very difficult to get into because there are so many rules and so many keywords to understand and learn.
Yeah, and what I like about it, I mean, we were talking about the miniatures version. It's amazing, but not only can you play as the heroes, you can play as the villains as well. Like, you get together with your buddies, you're like, hey, I want to play as the villains, and they're like, hey, I want to be the heroes, let's, fight each other. That's what I love. It still has that cooperative, but it's still competitive in its own way. I mean, I love the card game, don't get me wrong, but being able to play with these miniatures on a hex grid map, I love it. You get to move them around the whole bit instead of just staying there playing with a handful of cards. I mean, like you were saying, they still have their own hero decks, and they have their own player card, which has your attacks, your defenses. And the aspect that I like is you're rolling with a 6-sided dice for your attack and defense. I love that part. I mean, it kind of makes it to where, you can lose on a dice roll, because, dice is all about luck. If you're going to get the rolls or you're not. So
yeah, I'm going to piggyback off one of your points. Just playing Sentinels of the Multiverse, I remember so often you, me, or Frank, constantly look through the villains of who we're going to play. Oh man, I would love to be able to play as Citizen Dawn, or I would love to be able to play as Baron Blade or something like that. And now in this game, you'll actually get a chance to play, competitively against people, because Sentinels of the Multiverse itself is nothing but cooperative.
Yes.
So getting a chance to take Sentinels of the Multiverse, take that universe, and have it be competitive, I think could be really fun. I think it could be really fun for, say, you and Frank to be playing like 2 heroes apiece, and then I'll take Omnitron V, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I think that is amazing. I think so much fun can come out of this universe through a competitive aspect.
Yeah, what's cool is I kickstarted the $100. I mean, that was the initial, big lump sum of the Kickstart. So I got the miniatures because I wanted to see them on the map. I didn't want just the little pogs that come with the game, because like I was saying earlier, you don't have to buy the miniatures. I mean, the miniatures alone, separate, $29.95 retail. The game is $39.95 retail. You buy both of those, that could get kind of pricey. But with the Kickstarter, I mean, it kind of helps out, makes it a little bit cost-friendly for you. But playing with the miniatures, we'll get to do it and be like, hey, we're moving here, here, and here. Omnitron V is a big guy. I mean, he looks pretty sick nasty. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I can't express enough how beautiful these miniatures look, without even being painted.
Yeah.
I mean, they're sculpted beautifully. I know Tachyon specifically really resonates with me because you have that kind of distance flash behind her, and I love that effect. But why don't you tell us a little bit more about some of the stretch goals that they have?
Some of the stretch goals. Every goal that they went through, they're adding characters. They actually added an expansion that's going to come out in March of 2015, which is called Uprising. So we already have set an expansion that they're having. You get your characters. Then you get the promo cards. The new they also have some that are unlocked that they're getting close to. But I mean, it's like 175,000 is the next goal from where we're at now. It's like, holy cow, and there's still 20 days left. This game is going to be huge,
Yeah, and one of the other things I know that you mentioned that's wonderful about this is the price point. You don't have to order the miniatures. You can just get the game with Pogs, and it retails for
$39.95.
You know, affordability wise, that's awesome, and I'm glad that they didn't force the miniatures upon us.
Yes.
But they do give you a cheaper option if you don't feel like you need those.
Yeah.
So, you know, I do like that, and then you do also get you know, some of the perks with just the introductory pledge level.
Yes, and I mean, you know, you get your promo cards and the full art cards. I mean, it's neat that what they're doing on the Kickstarter. They're really saying, hey, back this game. We're going to help our fans, you know? I love what they're doing on it. And a thing about it, I mean, the characters aren't the same. This is past the universe from the Sentinels of the Multiverse. This is like down the line. Bunker, Absolute Zero, they have new, like, armor. Looks totally different. Legacy's older. He has gray in his hair. Tachyon now has, you know, gadgets on her suit, you know, that she's working with. Baron Blade comes back. He's younger than he was. You know, they're taking this and they're not just like, here, we're just going to redo this, or we're just going to redo that. They have created a whole new, like, time stream. I love it. They're not just saying, hey, I'm going to just cut corners and do this. We're making a game.
Yeah, I love the fact that these guys really are taking this game and making it its own living, breathing universe.
Yes.
There is a storyline to this.
Yes.
There's a storyline to the card game, to its expansions, to this miniatures game. And, you know, these guys have done so well, and just flashing back to Sentinels of the Multiverse, when they kickstarted that, there was so much love for the people who kickstarted that, and then again here in Sentinels Tactics. So I'm absolutely pumped for this.
Yeah, I am too. They're taking care of their fans, something a company should do, and they're doing flat out. I mean, I'm supportive. I'm hitting the max backer. I'm doing what I can, man. I want this game, and I want to see it flourish, flat out. That's the way I'm looking at it. So I'm super hyped.
That's legit. I agree completely. Guys, we'll leave a link in the description box for the Kickstarter so that you can check it out and see what you guys think. That's going to do it for us. Thanks as always for watching. And if you like what you saw here, check out multiversenerds.com, and we'll see you soon.